Okay, so let's go then in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so Ape Escape. This is one of those early 3D PlayStation games. It's about a time-traveling boy who catches a bunch of monkeys. And we are going to be playing all monkeys today, so we have to catch all 204 of them in the next 90 minutes or so. So the gimmick with this game is that each level, back through time, has a certain number of monkeys in it. Like, well, for example, this one has 4. And to exit the level and move on, you have to catch a proper subset of them. So like in this one, I only have to catch 3, and then it'll boot me out of the level, kick me to the next one. So the routing is going to involve catching the number of monkeys in each level that's kind of the fastest, and then catching the rest on a revisit. And then I'm going to be getting gadgets as well as I progress through the game. Right now I just have the 2 starting ones, which are the Stun Club, which knocks a monkey down, and the Time Net, which catches them and sends them back to the present. Alright, so every time I pick up a new gadget, you have to go through a little tutorial here. Like for example, here I'm getting the Water Net, which lets me catch monkeys underwater. So I have to play through this little tutorial on how to use it. So we'll go through that real quick and then we'll be right back in. Alright, so level 2. One of the first things you'll notice about this level is that this level is actually pretty big, even though it doesn't have that many monkeys in it. And since this game did come out in the late 90s, the draw distance is kind of horrific. So I'm going to be doing a lot of camera manipulation in this level in order to avoid looking at the level as much as possible. So like here, I'll pan the camera down so I don't have to look up at the level, just to save some lag frames. And then here I'm going to do kind of a cool catch. Let's see if I can get this. Easy. Okay. So when you ground pound like that, Kakeru, the main character, actually swings his object above his head and then swings it down to pound with it. So you can actually catch monkeys that are above you doing that. I won't be doing it too much, but it does come in handy. No, it's not possible to miss a monkey. You can kind of duplicate monkeys, but it's a little bit weird, and I won't be doing that at all, because it kind of messes things up. Alright, so Molten Lava here. With this level, you'll kind of start seeing the pattern of how I do these first visits to each level. Since we do have to revisit every level, it makes the most logical sense to sort of run to the end of the level, catch all the monkeys there, and then save the ones that are closer to the start for the revisit. So like that monkey over there that I just ran past, I'll be catching him when I come back in about an hour. So here's another little ground pound catch. Just knock him out of the egg with the Stun Club and then switch gadgets at the right time. Okay. So we are in sort of the Jurassic era here, so there is a dinosaur, and there's a monkey riding his back. Gotta catch him real quick. And then one more guy over here. Okay, and each sort of era in history has 3 levels to it, so like these 3 levels sort of comprise the dinosaur era. Next we'll be moving on to like a jungle era where there's a lot of fauna and just heavy forest kind of areas. Okay, so here at the start of Thick Jungle, I'm going to be getting another gadget, which is the Monkey Radar. This gadget's pretty good casually because it shows you where the monkeys are if you don't know, but I know where all the monkeys are, so I don't really need it. This room also has 8 configurations of 3 monkeys, so like it will place the monkeys randomly in configurations of 3. Some of them are slow, some of them are fast, but it's not a huge time loss either way. All right, so this level is actually pretty annoying. This is a huge level with a lot of monkeys in it. And the routing here actually gets pretty complicated, but it's based around catching one monkey in particular. And I'll show you him here whenever we get there. So I'm going to catch this guy first. And then depending on if I catch this next monkey or not will determine which way in the level I go. Because this guy's annoying. Alright, we got him. If he sees you, he will jump in a UFO, which takes ages. So if he sees you and gets in the UFO, the fastest thing to do is just run right past him and catch him on the revisit. But it saves about 7 seconds to get him now. So that's nice. Good start. Oh, boulders. And one thing to note about how I'm jumping here, I'm actually letting go of the stick right before I hit the double jump button. Because if you keep holding the stick forward when you double jump, your double jump will sort of reset your momentum in the air. Whereas if you're neutral, whenever you press the double jump button, you'll maintain your momentum. Let's beat up this tree real quick. So every time I double jump, I'm kind of letting go of the stick and then hitting R1 to jump again and then repressing it to get as much forward momentum as possible. This game's surprisingly technical for a PlayStation 1 game. And a lot of that comes down to the fact that the controls in this game are very bizarre. Obviously, left analog stick moves me around, but right analog stick is what I use to swing my weapons, and I jump with R1 and R2, depending. So this game's kind of all over the map with its controls. They hadn't quite figured out the dual shock yet. Alright, so here, this guy has blue pants, which means he's very vigilant, so I'm gonna sneak up on him. Just so he doesn't get away, because he's very quick as well. He's way faster than I am. Oh, uh-oh. Ah. See, that's what happens if you don't get the neutral. Like, you just kind of stop dead in the air for a moment, which is bad. Let's try this again. There we go. Alright, and again, some camera manipulation here, just to prevent me from looking at the level, if I can avoid it. Alright, so this level actually has probably the worst monkey in the game in it coming up here. His name is, well, I don't know what his name is, but he's colloquially known as Windy among the Ape Escape community. And you'll probably see why pretty quick we call him Windy. Oh, and one thing to mention here, this game does have fall damage, but you can prevent fall damage just by holding a weapon out as you fall. Okay, so here's Windy. Not only does he have a giant fan behind him, but he also throws missiles at you. And I didn't get him. So I'm going to just do the intended strat and kind of sneak up on him. Just to make sure we get him. Okay. I am not a big fan of this guy. Okay, there we go. That's not so bad. I've been stuck on that guy for like minutes at a time before. So third try's not bad. And one more monkey, and we're out of here. Okay, so going into level 6, we're going to be picking up the slingshot. Don't know what that's going to be good for. How good could it possibly be? It's a slingshot, it shoots at things. So first again, I have to go through the tutorial, which I assume is going to teach me how to shoot at things. Oh. Alright, I feel confident about shooting at things now. So what's actually happening with the slingshot is that it's kind of like a neon jump in X2 or X3, but with like a way bigger window. Every time you pull the slingshot back, it grounds you for like a handful of frames and means you can jump again. So kind of just by repeating the motion of like jump, pull, pull, you can infinite jump. It's actually pretty easy. If you're playing along at home, you can probably do it. It's just getting the rhythm like exactly right to get exactly the right amount of height is what makes it tricky. Alright, so more out of bounds here. The developers were kind enough to leave solid floors on all the rooftops, or at least some of the rooftops, which is nice of them. And some enemies will actually drop ammo for the slingshot. It is actually useful as a slingshot as well as a magic tool to get into the ceiling. There's 3 different kinds of pellets. Whoops. There's normal pellets, which you have infinite ammo for. There's explosive pellets, which do more damage. And there's homing pellets, which home in on things. The last 2 come in limited supplies, but some enemies will drop them. And you can see that a lot of these monkeys are probably intended for revisits whenever I have more gadgets to actually get at them. But the slingshot kind of renders a lot of these guys null and void. I can just get them now. Okay, so after this, this is the first bonus level in the game that you guys graciously donated for. In between level 6 and 7 and I believe 12 and 13, there are these little races that you have to win. They're totally optional. I can just leave and continue with the game, but I will be winning them. So it's just like a little obstacle course, basically. Oops. And winning each of these races grants you 5 Spectre coins, which are sort of an optional collectible throughout the game. The more Spectre coins you have, you unlock things like mini-games like Ski Kids and Spectre Boxing, Galaxy Monkey. But there's the first race. The first one's not too hard, and the second one's even easier if you know the speed strat. Because the second one has a pretty massive skip in it, but we'll talk about that when we get there. For now, on to the next level. Okay, so before we get to the next level, I'm going to be picking up another gadget. And this, along with the slingshot, are like the gadgets that make this game such an awesome speedrun. This is the boost tube. This is basically a gas pedal. It's a hula hoop that makes you run really fast. So I'll explain the boost tube a little bit in the next level. Because more or less what you're going to be seeing me do throughout the whole run is chaining the hoop together with the slingshot. The hoop, if you want to jump out of it, you will lose all your momentum if you try to do so normally. So what you have to do is you have to press the hoop button right as you jump in order to sort of cancel the hoop and maintain your momentum. And if you do that properly, you can actually turn what's called a boost jump into an infinite jump by pressing a lot of buttons very quickly. It's really tough, but you're going to be seeing me do it everywhere because it saves time everywhere. Like here. There's a lot of methods for boost to infinite jumping, but my preferred one is with the hoop on X and the slingshot on square. So I can just sort of roll my thumb in one fluid motion from X to square to the right analog stick. Okay. So here's Coral Cave. I like this level. It's got some good jams. I'm only going to be grabbing one monkey out of the 4 in this first room, because I will need 3 on the revisit, and the 1 to my right and the 2 to my left are perfect candidates for that. Okay, so this sub has really bad hit detection, so I'm going to try not to fall off of it. Alright. It's very easy to walk like a little bit too far up the sub and walk into the tank and just fall right off. It's terrible. Okay. Oops. All right. And one thing you might have noticed about the monkeys, I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but the monkey's pants color is sort of indicative of their behavior. So like monkeys with red pants or black pants are generally more aggressive. Monkeys with like light blue pants are considered like docile. So you can tell a lot about a monkey by looking at their pants. Alright, so Dexter's Island. This level's basically Jabu Jabu from Ocarina of Time. Oh, I looked the wrong way. So I'm gonna go inside this guy. And there's gonna be one big out of bounds here that skips a good chunk of this level. But it's a little scary, so hopefully I can get it. Oops. Didn't quite make that. Okay, hang on, we're almost there. Okay. So remember when I said that the developers were kind enough to leave just solid planes you can walk on out of bounds? Well, they didn't do that everywhere, and that skip in particular. If I'd have fallen down there, there is a bottomless pit right there that I'd have fallen into. So if you happen to fall in there, the only thing you can do is pause and exit, try again. It's a huge time loss. Where are you going? Here's the last monkey. We have to fight a little mid-boss to get this guy. I just have to hit these tentacles with the stun club. And then the monkey will come down and I can beat him up. If only I had a boomerang. Yeah.
you mind if I read off a donation?
Go for it.
Awesome. So we have Jir, aka Cheezer, donated $30, with the incentive going to the one-shot return Nico home ending. So thank you very much for that donation.
Awesome, thank you. All right, so we're into the Ice Age here. This level's fairly simple as far as the layout and stuff, but it's actually one of the more technical levels in the run. Let's see if I can't catch this cycle that I'm looking for. Okay, that's fine. So the cycle I'm trying to catch is right here. There's this mammoth that's walking around with a monkey on his back. And I want to get here before he starts circling and gets too far away from me with the monkey. All right, there we go. Wish I had speed gear. That'd make this game much easier. One thing I haven't mentioned at all is sort of the animation canceling. You might have been noticing every time I catch a monkey, I immediately switch off of the net and switch to anything else. The reason for that is because there's a little animation that plays every time you catch a monkey of like Kakeru following through with his net swing. And if you switch to a gadget again, you can actually cancel that animation. So it saves like a second on each monkey maybe, which is a lot. 204 monkeys, so that's like 3 minutes right there. So this is the intended flying gadget, although it's not really a flyer, it's more of like a hover. You won't be seeing it that much, but I will pull it out occasionally. Alright, so this level is all about catching cycles. There's like 2 main cycles in this middle part that I need to catch. This one. And then this one. Good. Okay, so this last area has 4 monkeys in it, and it's super laggy. So hopefully I'll be able to navigate it okay. Nope, not even close. Alright, well, we're improvising. Okay, that's not nice, dude. Where even is this guy? Oh, he's all the way over there. Improv's not going well. Oh boy, improv's really not going well. I'm gonna grab one of these cookies here, just so I don't die. Dunk on that guy, and then last one. Alright. Well, we made it pretty far into the game without a major disaster level. Okay, and then here's Hot Springs. This is like the level that's really intended for the Sky Flyer, because you're supposed to be like platforming sort of up all of these things to get to the top where the hot springs are. But thankfully the slingshot renders almost all of this platforming pretty null and void. Oh boy. This guy's got some explosives. Okay. Hopefully I don't get sniped here. No. Ugh. Okay. That's what I get for trying to say no. One more. And we're out of here. Well, if you're a fan of just saying no, you'll really like this next level. So this is the second of the bonus levels. This is another race with Hiroki. This one you have the Sky Flyer though, which makes it even easier to win. Because just looking at the track, you can probably take a pretty good guess at what I'm going to do. And the developers did too, because they tried to get around this by putting some invisible walls, but they didn't do an amazing job of it. Because you can kind of just sky flyer around the invisible wall. And then there's one more skip here at the end. You're supposed to go up where the finish line is up here, but there's no vertical check on your position if you're in the finish line or not, so you can just sort of go out here and win. Anyway, so those are the bonus levels, the 2 races with Hiroki. Thank you guys very much for donating for those. The time trials in those stages are some of my favorite in the game, so it's really cool to be able to show them off. Alright, so we're into sort of the Japanese medieval era here. And the start of this level is pretty awesome. There are 3 monkeys gathered in a circle right at the top of the staircase, and I'm going to catch them all. Oh. Excuse me. Okay, and then there's one more monkey hiding behind a statue down here. I don't know, Fasta. Like, some of them start to get ridiculous, especially near the end of the game. Like, I don't even know how that guy got behind the statue. The lore of the game is that Spectre, who's like their super intelligent leader, sent them back in time to remake history in their image and make it so apes are the dominant species and not humans. But I don't exactly know like how they're doing that. Or like what their plans are. Alright, so Wabi Sabi Wall is probably one of the scariest levels in the game. Because there's a lot of infinite jumping over just giant voids in this level. Alright. Catch these 3 guys. Quick hop over here. Okay, so this monkey, I'm intended to have the RC card to catch him, which is a gadget I get much later to chase him out with. But if you stand right up against the wall, you can like force your model through the wall and just slingshot him out. And then up here, there's 2 monkeys in this last room. One of them is a UFO monkey, so I'm hoping to kind of sneak up on him. Okay. And then the last one I'm gonna dunk on here, hopefully. Okay. Close enough. 100% is all monkeys, all Spectre coins, and all gold time trials. Okay, so coming up is the best level in the game. This is the all monkeys level compared to any percent. Because this is the first boss level, which means there isn't a requirement for catching monkeys in this. You just have to beat the boss. So in any percent, you catch 0 out of 20 monkeys in this level. You just bum rush the boss. In all monkeys, I'm going to be catching 18 of them on the first visit. And this is a huge level, keep in mind, so I'm going to be all over the place here. But the general gist of this route is that I'm doing the level backwards. You're supposed to go in through the castle front door, work your way down to the basement, and then to the top. I'm going to be starting in the basement, then on the mid part, then end at the top where the boss is. This level also has an awesome song. Okay. No, the monkeys are the bad guys, though. I don't want to aid their escape, they're jerks. Have you seen what they do to my speedruns? Whoops. Oh no, there are some that are worse than Windy. Okay. So this is the room you rush to in any percent. Because this room has a big red button in it, which when I shoot it... it will open up the boss door. So you don't actually have to catch any monkeys to beat this level. I mean, you're supposed to, but you can skip the required catches just by out-of-bouncing. Ape incarceration. Doesn't roll off the tongue as well. Oops. No, where are you going? Where are you going? Come back. Okay. Most of the monkeys in the game are very consistent, I should say. But there are some of them that just will juke you all over the place. Because the monkeys cannot be caught when they're jumping. They will just jump right through your net. They have to be running or standing to be caught. I saved him. He was going to use that guillotine, probably. Who knows what he was going to do with that? Wait, what? Why are you down here? Where are you shooting? I'm so confused by that guy. Oh my god. This is why you don't give a monkey a gun. Where are you? think he was too. Alright. And here is the roof. So one more monkey catch, and then we're on to the boss. There actually isn't like a limit on how many monkeys you can catch in this level, but you can see that box back there. That requires a gadget that I don't have to access. So I'll be saving him and then one more of his friends for the revisit. Alright, so this guy, this is a good boss, because you might notice that I have 5 hit points, and this boss, if you do the right combination of attacks, only has 4 hit points. So I will win this trade. The reason you take a hit on the boss is because he's invincible while he's electrified, and the fastest way to get him to not be invincible is just to get hit. Alright, so we're back to the present now. We've been traveling forward through time in these last 15, 16 levels, and we finally made it back, where the apes are in charge. They've kidnapped the professor, who gives you the gadgets, and his assistant. So we have to go get him back. First, I get a toy car. It makes a really annoying noise when you summon it. Oops. That's a good question, Papa. I'm pretty sure it's the professor without the quotation marks. They did advance because of him. He made the helmets that make them super intelligent. Also, where am I going? This is the any percent route. Maybe this game exists in the Mega Man X universe. I don't know. Could be. Oh, okay. Hello, fan. Where did you come from? Alright, so this not this guy. The guy after this guy. This is the worst monkey ever in any percent. In all stages, or in all monkeys, he's not so bad. Because the way he runs is the way you have to go anyway. But the fact that these purple Pikachus are here and will split whenever you hit them, and you're in such a tight, confined space, it's just awful. Terrible monkey. Oh boy. Get up there, 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 get up there. Alright, we're good. Alright, and then one more monkey. We'll go down here. Dunk on this guy from above. And we're out of here. Alright, so this is like the city level. Next up is the factory, where Spectre's making all of his Peepo helmets. And Spectre's factory is probably my least favorite level in the game. It's just hard and annoying. Has some dumb stuff in it. So there's a slight route divergence here too, potentially. So I'm gonna dunk this UFO monkey at the start. I almost didn't dunk him. And then there's a guy here that will hop in a mech if he sees me. And I caught him before he gets in, which is good. If he had gotten in, I would have just ran past him and tried again on the revisit. because I really don't want to fight the mech, and I really don't want to slow down to prevent him from seeing me. Yo, thanks, Strizer. This run's going really well so far. Like, this would probably be PB pace if I hadn't done the incentive. Alright, so here's a big mech. I don't want to fight him now. I'll fight him later. So I'll be skipping this guy now since I caught the second monkey. Okay, ow. Also, it's worth noting that your iframes in this game are basically non-existent, so it's possible to get comboed from full health to dead. Also, that is entirely your fault, Blue Pants Monkey. I bear no responsibility for that. Alright, I'm gonna play it a little bit safe here. Because there is like a mini-boss kind of thing coming up. So I'm gonna grab some cookies here. Grab this guy. And then we're gonna fight this mech. So it is possible to double hit this mech if you swing the stun club at the right time while he's like going up. See if I can get one. But he takes 5 hits from the stun club to break. I haven't had any double hits yet. I think I was early on all of them. Okay, good. No crash. That mech has a chance of crashing the game when he explodes. Which thankfully did not happen, because I would have been upset if it did. Okay, so next up is TV Tower, which is the second to last level in the game. This is another boss level. But this one I unfortunately can't out of bounds straight to the boss. I actually do have to catch the monkeys to open the doors. So we'll be playing the game, unfortunately. Okay, so hit the button there through the wall to drain the water. And then this monkey here, this catch is interesting. Let's see if I can get it. I had pretty good luck with it in practice. Nope. So what I was trying to do there is I was trying to detonate the RC car while I was above the monkey, which would hit him. And the RC car explosion actually hits him up slightly through the bars. So you can actually grab him if you explode the car and switch to the net at exactly the right time. It's actually a very generous window. We used to do it with the stun club, which is a 1-frame trick. But with the car, it's a lot easier. And then here I'm going to pause and exit, because it's a little bit faster than trying to platform back to where I came from. Just ever so slightly faster. I'm also going to be killing one of these enemies here. These guys always drop 3 explosives, which is good, because I want to be full going into this boss on explosives. And here's the tank. Oh, not yet. Here's the tank. The tank is the worst thing I've ever seen in a video game. This thing controls like, oh my god. I don't even know if I can describe it. Basically, the left analog stick is the left tread, and the right analog stick is the right tread. So if you want to go forward, you have to push both analog sticks forward. Pushing one of them will turn you at a very sharp angle. It's absolutely terrible. There's a boat in some of the early levels that's the same way. Like, the left stick is the left oar and the right stick is the right oar. So to go forward, you have to, like, spin both sticks. It's terrible. Anyway, here's the boss. So this boss has two phases. His first phase is the first major source of luck in this game. So he's going to go down over here, and then he's going to do two attacks, and they're going to be either red or blue on each one. It's a 50-50 chance. Let's see what we get. Blue. Okay, so blue, he summons UFOs, which is really, really slow. Because these UFOs take forever. Let's see if we can get a red. Nope. A red, he just kind of throws fire out, which takes like a third of the time of the UFOs. But then after he does two attacks, you hit him with the car. And then he goes around and does it again. One more time. So really we have 4 coin flips to win here. So we get another shot here. Red, please. Okay. You can see how much faster that was. Alright. That's completely average. 2 and 2. I'll take it. Alright, now he's going to fly around and he's going to try to dive bomb me. He's going to do this 4 times. So on the first 3, whenever his green spot opens, I shoot an explosive at it. And the 4th time, I'm actually going to do something slightly different, which I'll explain when I get there. Okay, so here's 3. Okay, and then for 4, I'm actually going to let him dive bomb me, and I'm going to last hit him with the Sky Flyer instead of the Slingshot, which actually does do damage to him. Okay, and the reason I want to hit him with that is because he has to sort of come in and land before he explodes. So if you hit him with the Slingshot, he's like pretty far away, whereas if you wait till he comes in with the Sky Flyer, it's a lot closer, so he has less moving to do to blow up. Alright, so, on to Spectre Land. Okay, so Spectre Land is where Spectre's holding your friends. The Professor, his assistant, and your friend Hiroki. And we have to free them all before we go fight Spectre. And he's holding them in a carnival. Got some nice carnival music going on here. So we'll do them one by one. We'll first go to the circus to save the Professor. Then we'll go on the roller coaster / haunted house to save his assistant. And then last we'll go to the Joe Carts to fight Hiroki. It is! Like, look at that. That's a pretty effective prison. Okay, so up here there's a clown. Oh my gosh. That has never happened before. Anyway, there's a clown, like I said. I have to beat the clown to save the Professor. So 4 explosives will knock the clown into phase 2. And then for phase 2, he's going to roll at me. Just going to let him hit the side. 1. And 2. And he's dead. Okay, so we saved the Professor. Now we'll be off to the roller coaster. / haunted house, because they're apparently the same thing. So before we get on and ride, though, there's one monkey I have to catch here. He's in the arcade, which is also here, apparently. So roller coaster / haunted house / arcade. And then we're on the roller coaster. So this is unfortunately an auto-scroller. And it takes about a minute and a half, I think, to get through it. I don't know exactly how long it is, but it feels like it's like 20 years. The only thing you can do in this is jump. And there will be some assorted things I have to jump over here. Oh, this is much easier than Tomba 2 Minecart. Much easier. We've unfortunately looked for a skip, like, crazy. Monkey Madness is just locked up so tight. Like, people have found skips into, like, the go-kart section, for example, but the game actually checks to make sure you've beaten the circus, the haunted house, and the go-karts before it lets you proceed. So, no luck in skipping this. But, if someone does find a way to skip it, you'd save us like 3 minutes, so please do that. We'd love you forever. Anyway, Fast, if you got a donation, this is a great time to read it.
Nothing to read as of now, but I just want to remind people that we are hosting Bring 'em Over 2, which is a marathon to bring Sopa, Madhu, and Luis Miguel to AGDQ 2019 to participate in the Mega Man X Relay. As far as upcoming incentives you can look forward to, we talked about this at the beginning of the run, but we've got the Shinobi Legions cutscene incentive, which is that's a doozy. We're at $10 out of 50 on that one. The next one after that would be the Cowlitz Gamers second adventure. That would be all diamonds. The goal for that is $50 as well. And then yeah, looks like we can get back to.
Cool, thanks. Alright, so to save the professor's assistant here, I have to catch these 3 monkeys in the haunted house, which is actually very annoying to do. I'll explain why in a moment. Because they jump in coffins and take forever to come out, so I'm just going to reset the room. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess we're waiting. So the monkeys will always come out of the same coffin. It's just random how long they take. Any second now. Come on. There he is. And then we're done here. All we have left is the go-karts. You can actually ride the roller coaster back, but it's very slow. No reason to not just pause and exit. Okay, so here we have the final battle with Hiroki, who is our main character's friend, the blue-haired kid you saw me racing earlier. He's under Spectre's mind control, so that's why he's evil. But anyway, he has a really big go-kart, and I don't have a go-kart, so that's not very fair. Anyway, he's gonna try to ram me. I'm gonna jump over him, and I'm gonna beat him. Okay, I won. For whatever reason, if you do this fight in a very specific way, you're only supposed to be able to hit him once per cycle, and then he goes back, it repeats, and he does it again. But if you do the fight in a very specific way, for whatever reason, he just doesn't have iframes, and you can just keep hitting him. Okay, so we're into the second half of the stage. No crash here, which is another place the game can crash. We're into Monkey Madness now, which is a huge level. We unfortunately won't be seeing most of it on the first visit because I'll be basically running straight to the boss. Oops. That's weird. That's weird. Hold on, let me try this again. Oh my gosh. How do I play this game? There we go. All right. We did it. All right, into the teleporter we go. Into the sky. So first thing, Spectre's hiding in this giant mansion with a Peepo helmet on it, so I have to open that up. And the way I do that, oddly enough, is I activate the security, which for some reason opens the door. And also starts the jam. So Skyflyer under here. This is not the intended way to catch this monkey, don't worry. But this is the fastest way to catch him. And then I'll take a quick death to get back to the start of the room. And we're out of here. So basically, the way I'm doing this stage is that I'm clearing out only the areas that I have to go to first. And then I'm saving all the optional sort of areas for the second visit. Alright, so UFOs here. This is the first time we've actually seen UFOs, thankfully. You have to hit them 3 times, and then they crash, and then you can catch the monkey inside. Oh no, don't desync? Okay. The UFOs can desync from their hitbox if you hit them the wrong way. So, like, their hitbox will be in one place, but their sprite will be in another place. It's pretty amazing. Big fan of when that happens. Ah, I didn't even get close to this. Jamming out right now. Loving this song. Alright, so I'll hop in here real quick. Catch this guy on the pool table. Oops. And then normally you're supposed to go through like this whole big gauntlet to open a painting to get to Spectre, but with the power of infinite jump, I can just jump into the bleeding loading zone here and go fight the boss. Okay, so phase 1, this is kind of a unique fight. I'm a fan of this. You're sort of fighting the boss from the boss's perspective. I just want to hoop up to him and hit him. Okay. Now, the second phase I'm not a fan of. If you don't know this fight, but you do know Mega Man, this fight is basically King Tank on steroids. This boss has 4 different attacks, and he has an equally likely opportunity of doing them all, with one exception, which I'll explain in a moment. But I can only hit him if he does one of the attacks, this one. If he does anything else, I just have to wait. And I'm waiting. I need him to do the pink laser 4 times. So typically you're going to be waiting here for a while. The only exception to the rule, it's fair game. He can do whatever he wants. The only thing is, for better for worse, he can't do the same attack twice in a row unless you've broken an arm and he needs an arm to do that attack. Then he can do whatever he wants. So that means that the best option here is a 5 cycle, like pink laser, something else, and then 2 pink lasers. And this is actually pretty good. I think that was like less than 10, which is really good. It's not uncommon to lose like a minute to this boss right at the end of the run, which is the perfect time to put an awful boss. Okay, so time is not coming up. Don't worry. We still have lots more to go. This is time in any percent, which is not the run I'm doing. I think it was more than 6. I think it was like 7, maybe 8. Okay, so that's like the fake final boss.
Mind if I read off a donation?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, we've got $40 from Ultra Uberness. Says, I want to help out as much as I can and support ninjas. Donation goes to Shinobi Legions. Go Orsa.
Yo, thanks, Ultra.
So that means we met the Shinobi Legions instead of, which is great. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you guys so much.
Can't wait. So we've got credits now, and the credits are unfortunately unskippable. So we got 2.5 minutes to kill. You got anything you want to plug fast?
Yeah, give me 1 sec.
Okay.
So just wanted to bring up, since we're just about at the end of Ape Escape, that we are closing out the current prize block, which is for Hitman the complete first season. Anybody that donated $5 or more during this last block was entered in to win Hitman the complete first season. So you got a little bit of time still to get that one in. The next prize block is going to be for Terraria, or however you pronounce that. So that one is coming up next. Now that we've met our current incentive, the next one is for the Cowlitz Gamers second adventure, all diamonds. So that is a $50 incentive. Let me see when that's coming up on the schedule. So that one is right after Shinobi Legions, actually. So we have about 6 hours to meet that one. If you want to look at some future incentives, one I'm really looking forward to is for Kirby's Adventure. We actually have 2 incentives for that one. One is to change the run to 100%, which we are 65% of the way to reaching. The other one is for Cassio to play any percent in the corner while Swordsman Kirby does the real run on the big screen, which I really hope that one gets met, because that is just a goofy enough idea.
Yeah, if you haven't seen any percent of Kirby's Adventure, it's like a 2-minute credit warp category that's really dumb. So the idea of having like the dumb category in the corner while the main category is on the big screen is extremely funny to me. So hopefully that one will get met.
Hoping that one gets met. We have a couple color incentives for the Mute Crimson Plus race. That's a rematch from last year when Terex PB'd with yellow and has hated his PB ever since because he hates the color yellow. So keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind when you're donating for colors. Just a reminder that Bring 'em Over is to bring 3 runners, 2 from Brazil, 1 from Finland, Sopa, Madu, and Luis Miguel to AGDQ 2019 to take part in the Mega Man X Relay. We had a classic relay 1 through 3 last year. This year we've got a Mega Man X 1 through 3 relay. And the talent gathered for this is absolutely incredible. It's going to be a great race. Travel costs from overseas, especially from Brazil, are very expensive. So thanks all for helping out with that. We are more than halfway to our goal. We are running this through Monday, so keep those donations coming.
All right, perfect timing. All right, we're right back in here. Now I'm just going to go back through all the levels in reverse order and clean up all the monkeys I need to catch. But first, I'm going to be grabbing my final gadget, which is the Magic Punch. It's a boxing glove on a spring. It's pretty awesome. Not only does it have like a crazy amount of range, but it also knocks monkeys down for like a decade if you hit them with it. So awesome gadget. Big fan of this thing. Okay. So first thing we got to do here, we got to clean up Western Land, which is the shooting gallery, the only place I didn't go in. This place is very American, as my European friends like to say. I completely whiffed that. Whoops. Okay, and we're out of here. Oh my gosh, get in there. Okay, now I just have to go through the rest of the mansion, which is surprisingly large. This is not a tiny place like it looks like on the outside. Okay, so first thing here, we're gonna see our first magic punch box. Those are completely indestructible apart from the magic punch. So it's basically a big "you must revisit this stage" flag. Oops. Oops. Yeah, I didn't take damage from that because of how this game works. The way the game works is that if a monkey's hitting you with his, like, flailing animation, you only take damage if you're actually in it the whole time. So, like, if you leave the animation for whatever reason, you don't actually take the damage. And then coming up is the worst monkey in the entire game. Actually, this time. So he's in this cage, and I have to get him out. And he can be in here for more or less as long as he feels like. Come on, dude. Oh my gosh, and I whiffed. No. Okay, I might actually have to chase him out with the car now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the car out. Alright. The absolute worst monkey in the entire game. But we got him. He's down. Alright, so we're almost done with this level. There's this huge gauntlet of platforming at the end of this level. Whoops. Excuse me. There's this huge gauntlet of platforming at the end of this stage. Thankfully, the slingshot requires you to do basically none of it, which is nice. Because it's pretty tough, actually. Like, surprisingly so. Okay. It's also a very laggy room. This game is nothing if not ambitious, but... they might have tried a little too hard in some of these rooms here. Alright, one more to go. And we're out of here. Thankfully, the game does eject you from the level whenever you've caught all the monkeys, which is a very nice catch. So, like, if you're not leaving, you know, you missed one, basically. Okay, so back through time here. This revisit's fairly self-explanatory, so Fast, if you have something you want to read, go for it.
Yeah, I do. We got another $10 from Ultra Uberness. It says, Orsa, do you like monkeys after playing this game?
Oh, no. Thanks, Ultra.
Donation, name front mission, top tier. Thanks again, Ultra. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Ultra. Okay, so the only place we haven't been in TV Tower is this giant fan room here. And this is a very confusing room. I remember being baffled here for ages when I was a kid. But more or less the way this room works is that you catch these two guys. If you try to go down further, the fan will just blow you back. So what you have to do, come over here. And you have to break these machines here, which will slow down the fans. And then you can ride the elevator down. There actually is a pretty sweet catch here where you sort of like jump below the elevator right at the monkey and sort of catch him before you'd fall in the pit, which is pretty sweet, but it's really tough. So 3 monkeys to catch here. Oops. Rare footage of fall damage in this game. Alright, so the first monkey I have to catch is that mech monkey that I ran by on the first visit. I'm gonna fight him now with the magic punch, because if you'll recall, the mech I fought originally took 5 hits to take him down, but with the magic punch they only take 4. Oh, please come here. Oh, he caught me. And just like before, you can get double hits if you are precise with this. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's 2. Sick. So you can probably imagine, you can get a really fast mech fight if you're really good. No, definitely not. I've always found that the double hits are easier with the punch than with the stun club, but that could just be like a placebo thing. Excellent, but not top tier. Alright, so City Park now. I'm gonna basically do on the first visit I did the level backwards, basically. I sort of went in where you're supposed to come out. Now I'm just gonna go forward in the level and catch the monkeys that I didn't get to going backwards. So this guy's a jerk. He will eventually walk up and you can catch him right through the fence, but the amount of actions he takes before he walks up is random and can be indefinite. Which means you can lose a lot of time to that guy just being a jerk. I think the worst anyone's ever seen is like maybe 20 seconds of time lost to that guy. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, oh man. This guy's last. Please leave. Please exit the cage. Please exit the cage. Please exit the cage. Okay. Yeah, this game has a pretty slow start, a superb mid game, and a terrible end game. Like, you're basically playing this game for levels 7 through 14. Okay, so this will be a fast visit. We'll be in and out before you know it. Mostly because we've almost caught everything in this level. We only have 2 more. So I'm going to grab the Magic Punch monkey here, which you can't see because the battlement's in the way. And I can't see either. There he is. And then I'm going to catch his friend who's right below him. So a lot of these coming up are actually going to be pretty quick. Like this next one, I only have another 2 monkeys to catch. So I'll be in and out of here in like 20 seconds maybe. Assuming the game wants to play. There we go. Alright, we're out of here. No, there isn't. Although that one in Monkey Madness is basically that. So unfortunately, there's no triple catch here. I already got it. Just have to catch the things inside the temple now. Like this guy. And then there's 2 in the rafters. Man, if you guys think the monkeys are bad in this game, you should see the sequels. Like, if monkeys in Ape 2 and 3 don't want to be caught, they will not be caught. They'll just, like, matrix dodge every net you toss at them. Alright, so 3 to catch here. And then here you're supposed to go through like these side areas where there's like big ice sculptures and polar bears and stuff, but nah, it's no time for that. Yeah, this game owns. It's incredible. This game is the best speedrun of any game I run. And it's an amazing casual game as well. So these next two revisits aren't crazy interesting. Ow. Alright. Dude, where are you going? Maybe I'll go for the no IJ strat here. Oh, almost. So if you're interested in running this game, but you aren't like a huge fan of the super jump sort of thing, there is a no infinite jump category, which has a lot of cool movement tech to it, but it's significantly harder, I think. There's a lot of like boosts, like the one I got there off the terrain to get a bunch of height. Stuff that's really neat, but really tough. Okay, so this revisit, there's really nothing to this one. There's only one monkey left. Rude. Rude! No. Alright, so we're doing okay here. I got 9 more levels to go. And then the final boss. But with the exception of a couple longer ones, these last couple revisits are all very short. With like 3 exceptions, I think. Okay, so back inside Dexter. There's a couple more monkeys in here I have to grab. Alright, and there's another RC car monkey here, which ideally what's going to happen is I'm going to put the car in here. I'm going to alert him. And then I'm gonna leave. And hopefully when I come back, he'll be out. Oh my gosh, he is. No, he's gone! Dang it. Almost perfect. Okay, so Coral Cave, there's 3 monkeys left here. I'm going to be grabbing them all very quickly. Here's one. And there's the other 2. And we're out of here. Oops. Almost skipped one. Alright, so Krabby Beach. We're all done with the laggy area, thankfully. The remaining 3 monkeys are in the not laggy area. Or this game is... Every area in this game is laggy, so maybe it's the less laggy area. Oh, excuse me. We'll grab this guy. And then this guy. And this guy. Alright, so 6 to go. I guess we have about 10 minutes left, but I'm not exactly sure on the time. Because I have 2 kind of lengthy visits and 4 very short ones. And then Spectre. Alright, so this is ill catch. Hopefully I can get it because it's pretty sick. Ah, I missed it. Thankfully that's not run crippling like it is in any percent. Ideally, you can probably see what I was going for there. You want to catch the monkey as you fall. I just should have taken a little bit more time to set it up. Alright, so Dark Ruins and Thick Jungle are the next 2, and these are the long, annoying revisits. Mostly because these levels themselves are long and annoying. Alright, so we're back here. Catch the guy who's right above me first. And then into the ruins. Oh boy, that's not good. If that guy gets away, you might as well, like, exit the level and try again, because everything's hacked. Alright, so here's a little mid-boss. Just have to beat up this totem with my boxing glove. And that will reveal the treasure, which is... Anybody want to guess? It's a monkey. Oops, excuse me. I don't understand this monkey in particular. Sometimes he's here, sometimes he's not. And he's gone. Alright, I caught up to him now. I don't even have to death abuse because I'm right here. this guy, and then one more. I will try to catch with style here. Hey. Okay, I'm thinking we should be in just under estimate. Which means this run was rather good. My PB in this category is a 135. So if you add in the bonus races, then without those, this would probably be pretty close to my PB. Maybe like within a minute, which is not bad, considering Monkey Madness. Alright, so stun this guy with an explosive so we can't get in the tree. Fall down here. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, the troll monkey. Okay, so because I have the UFO-less monkey already, I can actually take a pretty quick route through this revisit. Not having him makes the routing really annoying for this. Come on. Alright, fine. I'll play your game. Oh, what? Oh, that's right. I'm not done. I got the routes mixed together in my brain. Alright, now we're done. Okay, so 3 levels to go. It's just the starting 3 levels yet. Dinosaur Valley here is the longest one, just because I have to fight Triceratops. So we'll grab this guy. Grab the guy at the top of the waterfall. And then into the Triceratops area. So I have to get this monkey off of this guy, and I do that by hitting the bombs back at him. And then again, this is like the Crumbling Castle boss, where the Triceratops is immune for a little while after you hit him, and the quickest way to get him unimmune is just to take a hit. So 3 hits, he's off, catch him, 2 more levels. Yeah, Japan is weird, huh? Okay. So that's 202 out of 204. We're back to the first level. And I feel very overpowered doing this revisit, considering where you start at. Alright, 1 to go. Wonderful. We will be underestimate. Hooray. I was admittedly a little worried because my estimate was a little bit tight, but no problem. So now all the way to the end. We have Peak Point Matrix, which is where Spectre's hiding. And here's the final boss. So phase 1, he floats around. You have to shoot him with your slingshot. Shoot him 4 times and it brings him down. And sometimes he'll attack you. That's okay, you just hit him after he does. You can unfortunately only hit him once per cycle. I don't know why I'm still trying. Okay, so here he comes, phase 2. I'm going to break his shield just by running into it with the hoop or hitting it with the punch. And I'm going to punch him. Oh, I got hit twice there. That's not good. Actually dodge a bit. So Spectre takes 5 hits before you can catch him, so that's hit number 2. One more. And we'll catch him with style, because why not? Gotta dunk on him. Time's coming up as soon as I catch him. Time. Alright, so that's Ape Escape. All 204 monkeys. In just under an hour 40. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed. I love this game. This is like my favorite speedrun of all time, so hope you guys enjoyed it too.